Get our video set up. Will be good. Okay, thank you. Okay, so welcome to our Division of Financial Institutions session, our update on what's going on. So we want to welcome everyone to the State Capitol Auditorium. Want to thank the legislature for letting us use their facility once again. The couple reminders, if you can silence your cell phone, or we'll charge everybody $1 each time it goes off and pay up at the door. We're still looking for revenue. The restrooms are out the door. Take a left. There's a hallway at the end of the hall. Well, not at the very end. Before the end of the hall, there's a hallway. There's a little sign that says, a little polite sign that says restroom. Go down that hall. It's women's and men's. So it looks like the hallway to nowhere, but rest assured the restrooms are in there. Or down that hall. Okay, our first $1. Okay, we are recording this for folks who are unable to make this session. As some of you know, we've tried to stream this to the neighbor islands. That has not worked out that well, so we've decided to not even try that. It's a source of frustration. We're just videotaping this. We're trying to videotape in 3 separate sections, which hopefully will become evident as we go along. This presentation, there's no handouts, which is our usual style. I will post this probably sometime later this week, so you can take a look at the handouts if you have questions. It will be in our new and improved website. I hope you all have a chance to look at it. There is a section for banks. That's not you folks. And then there's a section for non-depositories. And in that one block of non-depositories, you'll find the mortgage loan originator companies. There's one link for that, one for money transmitters, one for escrow depositories, and one for mortgage servicers. So feel free to look at any one of those. There's also a section for consumers, so you can see what we're informing consumers about, how to file a complaint, what some of their rights are, how to use a debit card versus credit card. What else? Oh, our HUD counselors. There's a link to the HUD's website so you can find the free HUD counselors. All right, so any questions before we start? And everybody come sit in the seats. There are seats that are numbered. I'm not sure why. Those are all good. All the seats are good. Okay, so we'll get started. So this session is called What to Expect During a Hawaii DFI Examination and Other Hot Topics. So I know lots of people, we've been doing these examinations for a number of years now, and if we haven't been to your company, we are coming. Not a threat, it's just one of the things that we do. So all of our companies, we try to get out and visit them. Okay, so I thought I'd talk about all of the regulations or some of the more, or the frequently violated regulations in this manner. Oops, I want to go. All right, so here's what we're going to cover. Our introduction letter, what the examination looks like, what happens after the examination, because as some of you know, there's something to do after the examination. We'll talk about the new laws that were passed this past session and some reminders. Okay, so the introductory letter. So in case you haven't received one of these, you'll receive a letter. It will come via the email. It will tell you the dates of our examination. And the dates would include the date or the period of time that we're looking at your loan files or any of your correspondence. The date that we're actually going to be on site, if we're going to be on site. And so that's your clue to hopefully make some space for us. We'll tell you how many people we anticipate are going to come to your shop to do the examination. We're going to tell you what to send for the pre-examination review. We're going to let you know what you can have available for our on-site review. And then there'll be a questionnaire. And the questionnaire is just a series of questions about how it is that you folks are doing business. And then, based on your response, we're going to assess and determine what exactly we're going to review. So in some companies, they do a lot of origination. So of course, that's what we're going to focus on. There are some companies that do reverse mortgages. And so, there are different things that we look at for reverse mortgages. So we're going to focus on different aspects of reverse mortgage industry. So depending on what you say, that's what we're going to take a look at. If you don't say anything, like there are some people who I think choose not to respond, not a good idea. Just respond. If you need more time, you should let us know that you need more time to gather that information, or you're going to be on vacation for an extended period of time, or whatever it is. We just select companies as they come up on our list. Questions about the introductory letter? Okay, the offsite review. So this is what we call the pre-examination time. We're going to review the documents that we ask you to send, and that's what, they could be all your policies and procedures. Sometimes they're loan files. Depends on what it is that you respond to. We look at your MCRs, so those quarterly reports. We actually do look at them. We'll take a deeper dive into what those MCRs look like during the examination. We'll look at the annual filing. And then, of course, we're looking at your policies and procedures. All right. After we do all that, we might ask additional questions during the pre-examination time. But then we're going to get ready to come and visit you folks. So when we come to visit, hopefully we're not scary. I know it takes a lot of time, but we try to get in and out of there as quick as possible. We review the loan files. A lot of you folks still have either paper-based loan files, or you want us to access your loan files while we're at your place. So that's fine. We look at the originated loans, a sample of originated loans, a sample of withdrawn, denied, and if you do any pre-approvals, we'll take a look at those to make sure that you are following the laws for consumer protection. We'll review any of your policies and procedures that you did not send ahead of time, or maybe they weren't ready at the time to send them ahead of time. And then the review of those policies and procedures and the loan files, we will always have a discussion, an ongoing discussion with you, just to talk about what it is that you folks are actually doing, just to understand what your process is. All right, the post-examination. So after we leave, and you folks breathe a sigh of relief that we're leaving, we do a quick review with the managers, and we'll schedule the exit, what we call the exit call. So in the exit call, the examiner that was there at your place, and usually a supervisor or manager, will get on the phone with you and talk about what our examination findings were. We'll talk about, we'll discuss what happened during the examination, what we found, maybe some best practices that you folks could implement. The call takes no longer than, I would say, an hour, sometimes faster, sometimes longer, depending on what the discussion is like. During that exit call, if we find serious violations, you'll probably actually know while we're on site that we found a serious violation. But during the exit call, we'll address whatever the serious violation is and share about how it is that you might get out of that. Okay, so things are going on, the exit call is done. We'll issue you a written, what we call a report of examination. So in the report of examination, it will kind of detail, or once again go over all of the things that we went over during the exit call. We'll have both the violations and any observations that we may have made. We'll also state generally what the company says in response. So if the company says no, they're going to, they disagree with what our findings are, we'll just say that so that we know later on that we'll have further discussions. Or it will say that the company agrees to do this fix by a date certain. Okay? So that's what the report of examination is. We send that out. We send that out actually in paper. And then what we want in return is a signed copy of I think the front page or the transmittal letter, just saying that you received it. And in that report of examination, it will also tell you whether or not we expect you to respond to anything. So some folks, even if we don't ask for a response, they respond anyway, which is really nice. We know that you've gotten the report, you received the report, and that you also took to heart what we had suggested in our report of examination. And in that case, if you send us a letter like that with whatever updates you've made since the examination, we'll acknowledge that and just let you know that we're going to check that at the next examination. All right. For folks who we tell you that you need to do something within a certain period of time, we do tickle that, so we will expect a response 30 days, 90 days, 120 days, whatever it is. If you don't respond, we'll be back at you asking for a response. If you don't respond to that, rest assured we will show up again. All right, so that's sort of the process we use for our examinations. Do you folks have any questions? No questions? You're all good? Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. This is the end of the first segment. We'll take a 5-minute break, come back, and we're only doing this so that we can reset our video. Thank you.